Hi guys, welcome back to Manifest with Armine. This is Armine. I'm a love attraction consultant specializing in Neville Goddard stuff, Abraham Hicks stuff, and I haven't made a video in a long time and I'm feeling kind of wobbly about it. You know how Neville says that when you're not used to something, you get wobbly, and I have not been making a lot of videos in general, ever. I don't make them, consistently. So yeah, I'm still wobbly about these things, but there is stuff I want to share. So I had ordered a bunch of books, and I thought I was doing an unboxing video, but I just totally phased out in the video I was recording as I was unboxing it. So I want to show you one of the books that I got. This is not a Neville book. It's not a Joseph Murphy book. It's not a Florence Scovel Shinn book. It's not an Abraham Hicks book. Sometimes I like to get really old books from the turn of the century, the turn of the 19th to 20th century. And turn of the 19th, yeah. So around the 1900, which is exactly when this book was copyrighted, at least. And I believe this is the first edition because there's no other date on here. But so this book is called The Riddle of the Universe. And it just honestly sounded like something I want to read. There's this idea that, first let me tell you, it's called The Riddle of the Universe, and the author is Ernst Haeckel. I'm probably saying that wrong, but if any of you knows how to pronounce that better than I do, then good for you. Feel free to correct me. So it's kind of falling apart. It's super old. It's from 1900, and it includes things about physical form, about the soul, about science. So it's something that I'm looking forward to reading, and if you guys are interested, I will make a video or a couple of videos, maybe focusing on certain chapters of the book, because I know that there is like a one viewpoint that says that reading Neville is enough because it has everything we need, and I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree that Neville gives us more than enough information to understand the nature of who we are and how to manifest what we prefer and not what we don't prefer. And he, even though the term mental transmutation is more like a hermetic wording, I guess you could say, but that is what he teaches. He teaches mental transmutation and how to mold energy, how to move energy, how to shift from state to state, how to die to your old self and become what the version of yourself that you want to be experiencing. So with that said, that's great, and there's more than enough information in Neville's work to really grasp that concept well, and to, if that's all you had, then it's enough. But that's not all we have. We have a lot more, and I feel like I'm at a point, at least that and many of you are also, where you can read through other things and know what's fluff and what's not. Of course, some people will say all of this is fluff, and whatever, that's okay. Don't fight against that, because you can't push people to know this stuff when they're not aligned with it. So that's fine. But if we're living at a time where we have so many resources that it's not only Neville that we're exposed to, it's okay. Joseph Murphy, some people enjoy Neville's work and not so much Joseph Murphy's, or they'll enjoy Joseph Murphy's and not so much Neville's. That's fine. That's what variety is for. We're living at a time where we have so many resources. So many people have come before us who have done so much of the work for us. Okay, so, and again, the work for us, as in, like, we're talking about knowledge and understanding and wisdom of our nature and and understanding who we are and how we create things in our life. That being said, it's really good, I think, to take a break, even if it's just for a day, or for just one day a month, or once in a while, to read something from other people, because especially like if you're on social media, then you're reading quotes from all kinds of teachers, and you'll notice that it's not just Neville or Abraham who has the quotes that resonate with you. And by resonate, I mean that, okay, you know that this is true. You yourself know within your God self that, yeah, that is true of who I am, that this is true of how I'm creating my reality. So, and yes, I'm mixing Neville and Abraham. I'm comparing them to each other because, I mean, if you don't agree, then you don't have to agree. Then maybe this channel's not for you, but Neville and Abraham basically, they're teaching the same nature of reality. It's in different terms, they use different words, but I mean, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to equate, their term with their term, with his term, and it's the same thing. They're talking about the same nature of reality. They have different ways of teaching it, they have different wording, and different people need to hear it different ways a lot of times. But ultimately, when you grasp the truth about these teachings, it's good to tap into the knowledge of other writers who did understand that as well. It doesn't mean you're going and searching for knowledge that you don't have yet. It's really that you're looking for it. You're looking for a new perspective, because sometimes you know something and you know it's true, but you don't really know it yet, and you just need to hear it a different way. So I like to know what other people have to say, because there are some writers, some teachers from the past that don't get as much exposure, as Neville or Abraham or even Florence Scovel Shinn or Joseph Murphy. So another reason that I really like the old books is because so many naysayers, let's say, to Abraham Hicks' work, they'll say, hey, I don't like Law of Attraction. Law of Attraction is not Neville's work. It's a bunch of BS. And so many things I have to say about that, but I'm not going to right now. But I know where they're coming from, partly because they associate the term Law of Attraction with like New Age stuff and anything that's taught about like maybe positive thinking, which again, it's not false, but it's often grown into extremes, and people who don't understand it are teaching it or sharing it in ways that maybe they don't understand it as well. And I don't want to put anyone down, because there are a lot of teachers on YouTube even, who know what they're talking about. But there are many people who are sharing and they don't really understand the foundation of it. What I want to say is that when I read these old books, how can you say that this is New Age stuff, or it's fluff, or it's just modern, whatever, hippie or hipster stuff, when this is nothing new. And 1900 it's 120 years ago, but this is ancient knowledge. This is the Law of Attraction, or whatever you want to call it, because what one person calls Law of Attraction, another calls something else, okay? And it doesn't matter. Yes, you can say there are plenty of laws, and this means this, that, but ultimately there is no law, there's no natural law that is not intertwined with another law. So to name one is kind of, we're using Law of Attraction as an umbrella term for all the laws, because it is not different from those laws. It's just a different, it's one and all at the same time. Like how Neville, quotes in the Bible, he says, I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. So there really is no separation between us. Just like how there's no separation between us and our God self, it's the same thing as when you compare one law to all the laws, because we like to give names to things, right? But ultimately, we're just talking about the nature of reality. And as human beings, with logical minds, we like to name things and separate them and categorize them. Wow, okay, I went off with that. But anyway, so that was the book that I just want to share with you guys, The Riddle of the Universe. If you guys are interested in hearing more from the book and less of my yapping about, my thoughts on it, then my thoughts on these concepts in general. If you want actual content from the book, if you want me to read anything or focus on one chapter at a time, let me know. I think it promises to be a pretty awesome book. It's from 1900 and it's basically about the nature of the universe. So if you guys want to hear more about it from actual content of the book, give a thumbs up, like this video. If you guys are interested in this sort of stuff, I usually, honestly, what I most often do lately when I make videos is I'll do lives, I'll do Q&As. Any question you have about the law of attraction, about Neville's work, about Abraham's work, again, Joseph Murphy's work, Florence Scovel Shinn's work, and so many others, but those are the main ones that I focus on. If you have any questions about applying that stuff, about manifesting in general, I like to take questions and answer them. Most of my videos are based on answering questions as well, even if they're not lives. But every once in a while, I like to show you the books that I'm getting and share stuff like this. So if you're into that, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. If you don't like it, hey, click the thumbs down. I'm fine with that. Alright guys, thank you for staying with me, and I'm about to open another book, so I will make another video about that one. Thank you. Bye-bye.